Ladies and gentlemen, your next bout of the evening to be fought over three-minute rounds under amateur mixed martial arts rules in the featherweight division. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner, he enters the cage with a record of 2 victories, 2 defeats. Representing Fight Factory, please welcome Lewis James. His opponent, standing across the cage, fighting out of the red corner. He enters the cage with a record of 2 victories, 1 defeat. Representing Hammer, please welcome Michael Walters. Our referee in charge of the action, Mr. Neil Hall.
The cage door closes on this featherweight contest. Lewis James representing the Fight Factory, fighting out of the blue corner in the black armor shorts, as he takes on Hammer's Michael Waters, fighting out of the red corner in the blue Hammer trunks. Pardon me.
Yeah, seen both of these guys before, Steve. It's the 5th amateur contest for Lewis James, and I believe the 4th for Michael Walters. Has picked up both the win and the loss here on FCC in the past, so looking to continue what's been a pretty good streak for him. 2 wins on the bounce and 2 stoppages. A stoppage and a decision last time out here at FCC 21. So looking to cap off what's been a pretty solid year for the young man from Hammer.
2 very different body types in there as well, Brad. You know, Lewis James, a stockier, shorter fighter. Walters, taller, rangier.
Yeah, you've got to believe that Lewis James is going to have a big power advantage should this one clinch up or make it to the mat. If he's looking to strike, he's going to have to find a way past the long limbs of Michael Walters. Walters perhaps having the luxury of being able to stand on the outside, but that leg already nicely marked up by Lewis James.
That left hamstring. And he's only landed a couple, so they're stinging shots.
Beautiful level change and a huge takedown there. All of a sudden that height and reach advantage becomes not so much of an issue. Great work though to get back on his feet. He's going to go straight down again, but you know, good work in the scramble already from Michael Walters.
Yeah, if you want, he's going to make him work to keep position there. And
well, he's going to have to work a little bit harder here. Lewis James stepping into top control, into the full mount.
And Michael Waters not got a lot of places to go. Pinned up against the cage.
Wants to retain guard. He shrimped that very well. Single butterfly. He might even be able to pull that through and get full guard. The knees up off the mat, and he does.
Yeah, great cornering there from you, Mr. Wharton. And locks in, again, with those long limbs, locks in a body triangle from the bottom.
Yeah, not so often you see the body triangle from the bottom. Again, it's a real good way to shut your man down. Doesn't affect the breathing like the regular body triangle, but a really frustrating situation. The legs climbing up now from Michael Walters. He's got the arm pinned down, but he can hide the head under the armpit almost in that situation. Retains full guard now, though. Let's see if he looks for that triangle entry again.
Again, starting to look like he's trying to bring that guard up high, but now looking to try and get the butterfly. I think he just hasn't got the space with that, with the way that James is pressuring him into the cage. But it is allowing him to try and get a base underneath him.
Yeah, I mean, potentially he's going to start to cage walk here and get his way up. Really good head positioning from Lewis James there, keeping his head right in the pocket, preventing his man from doing anything, and now he's got the opportunity to strike and takes it.
Yeah, a very aggressive opening round from Lewis James, who's rather like a blanket. Once he's on you, he's going to stick to you.
Yeah, and a strong finish to that round. The second, Michael Walters looked like he was about to maybe get back to his feet. We saw him put that head right in the pocket between the jaw and the shoulder, pressed in, pushed his man's head down. You control the direction of the head, you control the direction of the body. Went straight back down. A few nice shots on the way out the round 2. Solid first round for Lewis James, but Walters looking like he's very much still in the fight.
Oh yeah, composed. Very composed. Sean, you think he's telling him, again, I'm going to play the virtual corner man now. Right now, work your length. When he comes in, counter, turn him to the cage, back up again.
Yeah, I definitely I'd like to see what Michael Walters could do in the top position on the ground. You know, when you've got those long limbs like that, there's mounted triangles, there's all kinds of crazy stuff you can do. You know, if you've got the experience, if you've got the skill set. And, well, let's see if push comes to shove here for Michael Walters. Bobby Pallett in the corner there, just
very animated.
Well, what you were seeing Bobby Pallett do there, he was talking about long, straight punches. For the taller man, they really are the bread and butter on the feet. It means that the shorter, more powerful guy has a real task getting on the inside, and the shorter, more powerful guy can't get his hooks off from the same range. Spinning hook kick to the head, and immediately you see Lewis James close the gap and get into a dominant position on the mat. Had Walters not gone for that spinning kick, had he sat behind the jab and a right straight, there's an argument that takedown doesn't happen.
Yeah. And now, of course, he has to work from the bottom. Doing well, trying to, almost gets that. Looks like he was trying to close up the guard there, and he's making James work.
I don't think he needs to go to close guard just yet. You know, keep it open a little bit. Give yourself some options. If he's looking to throw up an armbar, he's looking to switch the hips out here.
Yeah. Nice step over though into the half guard.
Let's see what Lewis James can do from this position. He's trying to clear the guard completely. He's not going to be able to. Good guard retention there from Michael Walters. And being the taller guy, this is where he needs to be on the ground. He's controlling the head well. It looked like he was trying to perhaps twist the head there to start a sweep, but not able to. Now looking to get those legs climbing up, and now we've got a lot of potential for triangle entries here.
Lewis staying smart. I think he stepped over into the half guard.
You know, it's all well and good as saying, well, there's a lot of potential here, but you know, while it is just potential, what we're seeing is Lewis James in top position, putting up points on the board.
And now full mount
now, looking to get a nice high mount. Needs to be careful with his base, which he is doing, chest to chest.
Yeah, was using a mean crossface for a moment there.
He's going to be very secure. Oh, steps over into side control. You know, a lot of coaches and fighters have argued over the years that there's potentially more options available from side control than there is from full mount.
I certainly know the needs of the body are available from there, Brad.
And Bash Ritten's one of the first guys to really say, he'll step out of mount into side control because there were simply more weapons there back in the day, and to an extent you have that with the amateurs too. You know, Rutan used to fight in Pancrase where you couldn't hit to the head on the ground at all, and the amateurs don't have elbows, so you've got an argument that there's Kimuras and Americanas that you could go for from that situation.
Lewis James, though, controlling the pace of this fight and the positioning. He's staying heavy, making Michael Waters work and work. Maybe not landing anything concussive or anything, but controlling the fight.
Well, he's taking time off the clock, and he's doing it really effectively here. There's not a whole lot Walters can do from this position because he's staying chest to chest, and it's very difficult for Walters to power his way out. If James was going on his knees or creating a lot of space between the chest, that's when Walters can sneak out the back door. That's when he can sweep him. When you're chest to chest from that top position, you're giving your fighter very little opportunities for movement. And when you're a short, compact, heavy guy like Lewis James is, that's the perfect game plan against a taller fighter.
I think this third round is going to be just that. Who can get their game plan implemented? If he can get him down in the first minute, I don't see Walters. I don't see how he gets back in the fight. If Walters can keep that distance, land some things before maybe looking for the top.
All of a sudden in the third round, those chokes are a little bit more difficult. Everyone's a little bit slippery, a little bit sweaty. It's blood on the arm there of Michael Walters. I'm not sure where that's from, whether that's from Lewis James or whether it's from Walters himself.
No, I can't tell either.
Could potentially be from the mouth or nose of James. I've not really seen any cuts. It could just be a bit of blood from the nose or something. Either way, it's not going to impact the contest a bit much.
Third and final round. See if Lewis James can continue to sort of set the pace and tone of this fight.
Needs to see the jab and the right straight get going here from Walters while he's on the outside. This is where he needs to start striking from. I'd like to see the up kick right up the center as well. But a level change from Lewis James. Beautiful stuff, straight to side control, and this is precisely where Walters did not want to be in the third round, Steve.
No, absolutely right, and Lewis James has shown that he can hold this position, he can keep it there as long as he wants, and he stays active enough that referee doesn't have any option to change the position. The coach is telling him, listen to the corner for your opponent.
I've never heard a coach ask a fighter to listen to their opponent's corner before, but I guess there's a method to the madness.
Well, it makes sure he's on the bottom, so the coaches are going to be telling their boy what to do from the top. Listen and do the opposite, I suppose, was the advice.
Yeah, baby.
It does look, as more time drags by, that Lewis James has the recipe here.
Yeah, absolutely. You know, he's obviously come out here with a game plan and he's stuck to it. See Aaron Pierre in the corner there, FCC amateur champion himself, and you know, a fighter with a different weight but with a very similar body type. So he was obviously training with you know, similar kinds of guys, and you know, they say iron sharpens iron. Technically that's incorrect, but in terms of the anecdote, you would need an iron alloy to sharpen iron for any science buffs out there.
Thank you very much.
No problem. Every day's a school day.
Absolutely. Right now, school's not going well for Michael Walters.
Absolutely not.
This is the
he's still trying. He's still getting that guard to work where he can, but you know, when you've got a guy who's as powerful and compact as Lewis James on top of you, giving him no space, just look at every adjustment he makes. He'll go and put the chest back into the chest. The chest has come up there, and now the hips come out to the side. So look for James to get that chest right back flat down onto the stomach and chest of his opponent and just eliminate the space.
And there you go. And then looks to step over again. I mean,
yeah, what this is doing is giving the referee action, so the referee's not in danger of stopping the contest, and it's chewing up the clock, putting points on the board for Lewis James.
Absolutely, again, staying heavy. Little shots coming in here and there. Again, nothing that's going to finish this fight, but I think it's going to be enough to see him take the decision.
Yeah, you know, it looked to me certainly like that was the game plan for Lewis James in this one, not to go hell for leather and make a mistake. Look, the guy's very tall, very long-limbed. You don't want to go and make a mistake on the feet against that kind of guy. He's obviously got skills on the ground as well. You don't want to dive into a triangle. Yeah. For me, that was a really measured performance from Lewis James. And it's the kind of performance that's going to take him far as the opponent's got a little bit more difficult,
absolutely,
a little bit more seasoned.
A good win there for the Fight Factory man, who moves to 3-2. We say a good win for the Fight Factory man, but the decision has been.
I can't see it going any other way, to be honest. You know, I think we're pretty safe in speculating at this stage with this one.
Well, we will not have to speculate too much longer as our MC enters the cage, and I'm sure any minute he's going to make this decision official.
Fighters to center, please. Well, ladies and gentlemen, after 3 rounds of action, we go to the judges' scorecards with a unanimous decision. Your winner in the blue corner, Lewis James.